We'll send you a couple things over your way.
Green rabbit. Oh, green rabbit. What if I make you guys a jingle? Green rabbit.
We have a song.
Green rabbit. You have a song already? Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll cover it.
Yeah.
I don't know what this for the horde means, but I want to know. All right. So just quick intro. And Venom and Recourier are two of my favorite people in this space. I did not know they were coming today. I don't know what the fuck Green Rabbit is yet. I am excited. Let's rock and roll.
Do it.
All right. You know what? We even have the rockets thing, which I still need to fix, Jimmy.
It's kind of growing on me, crashing rockets. I like it.
Just leave it, because everyone knows like rockets crash sometimes, but now they don't anymore. But like it's still like we're all new. Rock and roll.
Yeah, but it's a metaphor.
I'm not the bubble. 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 I'm not the bubble.
All right. Tell us everything.
Dude, so you want to start, man? And Venom?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll start. Sorry about that. I was just kind of waiting for some introduction. So, anyways, yeah. Basically, what we're doing is we started Green Rabbit. It's Operation T420. It's an NFT. I want to say staking game, but staking is not the only part of what Green Rabbit's about. We actually are more of a lore based RPG type game that's going to have activities. You're going to have armor. You can craft it. You can get in there, and not only that, but you'll be able to stake your NFTs as well. So the NFTs in the collection will be stakeable, or you can make a decision on whether or not you want to take those off of staking and craft with them. So we're excited about it. There's a lot of different nuances and whatnot. Recourier, if you want to kind of get in there and explain a little bit about how the staking works and how the crafting works.
Yeah. So the idea was to come at it from a little different angle than some of the other staking projects, because in a lot of them, it's really easy to just throw stuff in there and just become a huge whale.
Yes.
And so there was an attempt to address that with the fact that you have limits. There's one NFT that limits how much you can actually put in, and it's the USB drive, and it's based on the NFTs that you have a certain data size and take up room on the USB drive. And the higher rarity they are, the more efficient they are. So the more they mine or stake for per bit. And so to totally whale out, the first thing you have to do is go and get a whole bunch of USB drives, which is not going to be necessarily an easy thing to do. So it levels the playing field a lot.
It's like this is like a reverse land play almost, right? Like the USB drive is sort of analogous to that, but where you need to essentially equip things to that edit. Like, yep. All right.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And
this is gonna be good.
And so and then the way we're doing the pack sale is like there's multiple tiers of pre-sales and white lists and all of that stuff, and you can only buy one pack at a time. So we're attempting as best as you can in the wax space to limit how much any one person can actually get NFT drives, and then or the USB drives. So then to get more to like really accumulate a ton of them, it's going to be work. You have to find people to sell them to you, And you, not only that, you have to find people to sell you the higher capacity drives. So
what makes me laugh about these guys the most? Every project they do is awesome, but every project they do, they really make you work for it.
And that's the whole thing, right?
It's really good. I like it. It's not just giving free shit. It's
gonna make. It's one of my favorite examples. Like we sort of focus on this tangentially, but if you're making the right people mad, you're doing it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and so to me, what that means to me personally is, the people that are coming in and focused on building the community and focused on like gamifying the experience for themselves, not just like, I want to buy a thing and then you pay me millions of dollars. Yes. Fuck you. No, that's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was, so we talked about this on the team a lot. Like we have a pretty big team and we talked about it a lot, and a lot of ideas got thrown out there, and it was kind of like, we slowly came to this. And the whole idea is for you to be high performing in this game, you have to actually commit to playing the game. You actually have to learn it, get involved, understand the nuances. There's no way to just like kind of passively throw some money at it and then all of a sudden you're the top dude in the game.
Right.
There's what we aimed for was a level of gamification that the people that are genuinely playing it are enjoying that gamification.
Yeah.
And the people that just want to take advantage of it will see that as a friction point for them. Right.
Right. Like you're selecting out. I mean, that's kind of what you're saying it better than I was, but you're basically creating a mechanism that selects for the kind of players that will make it a very enriching experience for everyone, I think. Which is like, you guys up the game every time you touch anything. I fucking love you guys. For real.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the goal. And it's like, it's not like me, I alone did this or anyone. There's a big team. There's a lot of people behind us. There's a lot of people that we have to say thank you to, because there were definitely ideas that I came up with that other people were like, yeah, that's cool, but how about we do it this way? And I was like, yep, that's better. That's better. Let's do that. So it was absolutely a team effort. There was a lot of different brains working on this. There was a lot of iterations. Like we do it, we get community feedback. There was a lot of that. It wasn't just we made a thing and here you guys are stuck with it. There was a lot of talk with the community and feedback and stuff like that. And it's a living project. It's a growing project. I think that I'm very hopeful that we hit that sweet spot where gamers like the challenge and people who don't care about it just see it as a friction point and are like, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, we did a lot of work on making it. I mean, like if you're going to try to multi-account, there's really no reason to multi-account. It's like, hey, how many armors can you have? As many as you want. You know what I mean? Like it's not like there's not, if you're going to multi-account, it just doesn't, it literally doesn't make sense. There's no reason to. So
and that's basically because you're limiting it to everything functions on how many USB drives you have, right? So that's, you've essentially shifted that to the account. So if you want to have 50 USB drives, that you could do that. You might as well just do it all in one account, but you actually, that's part of the economy then, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
And there are limits that haven't been finalized, but how you utilize those USB drives.
Yeah.
So like, it's not an unlimited slot of USB drives. You can't put like 1,000 on there, right? And so there's going to be a way, and we're still finalizing this. We want to make sure we get this as nuanced as anything else that we do, that, it's easy to add the first few USB drives, and it progressively gets harder to stack them. But if you go to another account and try and stack them there, then you're going to have that kind of same friction point after just a couple.
Oh, so basically So one of the things that Colobox did, right? You could buy the little stupid gamification slots and it like doubles every time or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you could spread that out over multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's a little bit similar to that.
Okay.
But to get more slots, it's not just as simple as I'm going to drop a couple wax and you have it. There's going to be some level of gameplay that you have to go through to expand your slots. And so you would have to go through that level of gameplay on another account anyway.
Got it.
So you don't necessarily, get the advantage. And the other thing we're doing is, it's really interesting. There is a blended staking mode. So all of your NFTs are going to be non-custodial staking. They'll stay in your wallet, with the exception of the USB drives. You actually have to put the USB drive into custody, which means then taking it back out and then switching it over to another account and then putting it back in. There's a whole bunch of steps to that, right?
Interesting. Yeah, all right.
So shuffling USB drives around a whole bunch of multi-accounts is going to have way more friction than just optimizing your main account.
I like that. It's one of the things we've been talking about on our side for doing some of the non-transferable token stuff, right? We kind of messed around with it on one of the drops recently, and it's basically a way to take a wallet and make that wallet more powerful, right?
Yes.
That wallet itself has more juice now, right? And I kind of feel like you're not doing the non-transferable ones, but you're basically saying, okay, like if you stake it, then you're building up the capacity on this thing. You take it out, you lose that value, right? Do I get that right?
Yeah. So essentially, you've got to first stake your USB drive,
right,
in one staking model, and then you move your NFTs to that USB drive. And on one given account, it won't be too hard to shuffle around NFTs and optimize your account storage on that account, right? But if you're multi-accounting, you're going to have to unstake all of the NFT drives, all of the NFTs from the USB drive you want to move. And then you have to do a secondary unstaking of the USB drive. Then you've got to transfer it to another account. And then you've got to go back through the process. Well, you can't write a script to do all that because you're hitting multiple services. Right?
I mean, can you show me that bot again there, Home Slice? The pillow, I mean? I said bot. The pillow. Yeah. Bots.
So again,
this is the way.
Everything in our design is like, how do we make it easy and fun if you're just going in on an account and you're playing a game and you're enjoying it, but then all of a sudden make it a huge pain in the ass to multi-account it. Now, people are going to do it.
Of course. Yeah.
There's no way you're getting around it. So you just have to find this spot where you add as much friction as possible to botting and multi-accounting while not adding friction to your average genuine game player. And we don't know if we're going to get it right. All we can do is take our best shot at it and then listen to the community and filter through that and adjust. So that it's threading a needle for sure. And we have the advantage of, some of us have existed in this wax space for over a year. All of us have existed for a period of time where we've been committed to and playing these different games. And we have this like, well, if I was going to make a game, I'd change this, and I'd make a game, I'd change this. Well, you get, 15 or 20 people together talking about that, you can come up with some decent theories. And then when you filter that through a community of 5,000 other committed wax players, you can get a pretty far way down that road.
Yeah, we have 6,700, almost 6,800 at this point in the Discord, and it's crazy. The community that's built up around this thing is a positive. I mean, it's the Horde. They've named themselves the Horde, and they are definitely they are a very, very I guess enthusiastic community and a positive community. We don't have FUD really in our community, and we talk it out, and I think that's partly because I'm in the community. I'm in the Discord. I ask people and I listen to them. There's no dev wall between me and the community. They can come right to me. They can DM me. They can be like, hey, I didn't like this, or if there's an issue, we look at it. Now, that's not to say I'm going to change the game for every guy that comes in and says, hey, I don't like this or whatever fits their agenda. But if there's a genuine concern, the team will look at it, and we have looked at it in the past and say, okay, well, we can change this or whatever. And I think that where we're at right now, actually, I'm confident that where we're at with our green paper that just came out, version 1.2.1, we're on that sweet spot. We really did some work to get it there for staking, for crafting, for all that. So we're excited about the future. I think that we're gonna do something in this space that's never been done before a bunch of times, and I'm excited about that. So
yeah. And so you guys know Mars. He's on the Metaphors team, and he does a lot of our writing, and he's our main creative guy on Metaphors.
Good looking guy too.
Yeah. He's writing
We don't know. He's
It's
always
not
in
weird,
a,
but
yeah, we don't know. He's always in a mask. We
Yeah.
never seen him.
He's writing the actual lore. So we're writing a story about Green Rabbit and then developing the game off of that story. So the game itself, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a whole backstory about.
sorry, I'm farting a lot. No, the people are doing some construction, and also
Well, I mean,
I have a
story just
nuclear
took-
ass.
Yeah, the story just took a weird turn. I mean,
Yeah.
this Green Rabbit's getting massacred in space or something. I don't know.
So there's this place in Anatopia that is like, you know, kind of this perfect place, and everybody's happy, and there's all of this story that's there, and then there is your antagonist, and he has an agenda, and he has his general, and he does all of this nasty
His name
stuff.
is Mark. His name is Mark.
Yeah, Mark Tortuga, and there's a whole story that develops. But then what we're just touching on, the most recent chapter of the story, so we're up to chapter 6 of the story, just touched on the time travel aspect. And so in the game, you're going to be able to do time travel and play in different portions of the game. So you'll be able to play in the you know, the happy, the world where people are racing and people are having fun. And then you can time travel to like this dystopia where you're battling and doing all of this stuff. And by allowing a flexible timeline, it allows you to build a whole collection of mini games within the larger game. And these are going to be like actual games. It's not going to be totally like a card-based game. There's going to be some 3D gameplay that you actually go through while it still uses blockchain for provable fairness.
Read anything by Stephen Hawking and then play that back. Time
Yeah.
travel, allowing you a flexible timeline. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So
It's like
there's
time travel 101. I like it.
So
Awesome.
yeah, there's a lot going on here, and you get to build your armor. Oh, and one of the other really interesting things is so you know, in some other games you build up your token and then you build more stuff, you build more stuff, you build more stuff, right? For this to use the NFTs that you're staking, they have a purpose, they have a use, and to use them to build new things, you have to pause their earning, right? And then there's a cooldown period till you can put it back in for staking, which means building something new, you have to make the conscious decision, okay, what's more valuable, building this new thing or leaving it in for staking? So those people that want to be completely passive and just throw the stuff in there, they'll stake and they'll get the amount that they get, but they're not going to be able to advance in the gameplay without making the conscious decision, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go through the steps to build the next thing that's going to advance me in the game. I'm going to go through my cooldown period, and then I'm going to have to go back and actually restake this, right? You have to actively play the game to advance in the game. It's not going to be super easy for someone to just throw stuff in, let it be passive, check in once a month and pull out your money. They're not at the advantage. The active game players are going to have the biggest advantage.
Love it.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time figuring all this stuff out. I mean, it's just if you think about just all the elements, you know, I mean, a lot of time, I say it every time, and I've been very heavily influenced by Destiny, the console game Destiny. I played a lot of that game when I was you know, kind of gaming and doing all that, and that game has that vibe to it, where there's a bunch of different events. It's social events, there's seasonal events, there's things that you can do, interactions. It's not just a shoot 'em up RPG. There's other things in the game that you can do, and it's you know, something that we are going to spend a lot of time creating for you guys, and I'm really excited about that. I think that we're going to be rocking and rolling and getting this thing out there as soon as possible. Oh, one other thing, Corey, are you going to come to our release party?
Yes.
We got the green carpet. We got the green carpet party that's happening on the 12th. It's the pre-launch release party. Everybody's going to be there. It's going to be all the major names. I want to invite you on live right here to see if you want to come down and see us.
Where are we doing this?
In California.
Yeah, probably not.
Well,
Come on,
but,
man, I'm gonna be
this
there.
time next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't wait to have the space to start traveling around to literally everything. But unfortunately, can't do that. However, could we do something in we're opening up Thune, which is Discord based, and it's creative. So like maybe we should get you guys a plot in there and like build out a green carpet and hold an event there.
I'm down with that. I like that a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
and another thing about the green carpet event, it's going to be hosted in live stream, just like a real major event.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an online host, one of our streamers from NFTgamer.tv, Josh757, and then Left House is going to be there on site and is going to be the on-site host. So just like an award show or any other red carpet event, the green carpet event is going to be a live stream with media coverage. So if you can't make it there in person, you're going to be able to attend the event online.
That's amazing. We have a lot of people coming. The Crypto Stash is going to be there.
Oh, nice.
The Brave Browser team, the entire team is going to be there. We have, I'm just the list goes on and on. Ken Bozak, everybody. There's a lot of people.
The whole Metaforce team will be there. So all 5 of the
when is this happening?
next Tuesday.
Yeah, next
God
Tuesday.
Damn it!
Or
No,
Monday night into Tuesday. Is
but
the
like,
setup.
so we're talking about doing an Uplift Con in Miami in February for Carl Sagan Day.
We'll come down.
That's
Green Rebel will be there.
The whole idea that we could like get everybody that has just in our extended family in one spot. Like, I'm gonna need a new liver, but it'll also be really fun.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm in the weird position. So the launch party's the night before the launch, and so I'm here, Mr. like tech guy, where I'm like I'm
Stay sober.
And then I'm also going to be on my phone constantly with Jonah and other people. Like, is this ready? Is that ready? Where do we stand with this? Where do we stand with that? So it's going to be interesting. But
he's our designated driver.
Yeah.
Real quick, Recourier, I just want to touch on one thing, and I wanted to emphasize this. This is something that's really been kind of a lot of questions that come up around this. Our barrier of entry to the sale is $10. So you can get for $10, you can get the same amount of NFTs that you can get for $50. The difference is that the $50 packs have a higher chance at rarities than the $10 packs do, right? So we have another step up, which is like the highest pack you can go. It's a $250 pack. That comes with a 6-card pack with a higher rarity chance and a 3D figure. And the 3D figure itself is very important because that figure by itself alone can be used to craft a green print, right? That is huge because if you tried to craft a green print with just the other NFTs, you have to get a collection of 4 NFTs together at the same or similar rarities in order to get that green print crafted. So these figures themselves, not only they're really cool, but they stake for much more, and they have the ability to craft green prints. Just as one NFT, you put it in, you craft a green print, it goes into cooldown, you get it ready, you put it back to stake, however you want to do that. We're really focusing, like Rex said, on the play aspect of the play to earn. It's not just earn, it's play, then earn, I think, and that's whatever. But the 3D figures are a very, very good value.
So how do you get the USB drives?
They're in the packs.
Oh,
every pack comes with one. Yeah, every pack has one.
And so like common will be like a smaller size, and uncommon, and as you go up through the rarities, mythic will have the highest amount of bits in it that you can stake in. And then the same thing with the other cards, common will have the lowest staking rate of the NFTs. And as you move up, they have higher staking rates, but they also have higher staking efficiency. So you can get more stake per bit out of higher rarity cards. And then the figures, which are the most sought after and the least supply, those will have an even higher still mining efficiency. So you get more per data bit that you take up. And that's where there's going to be a whole lot of gameplay aspect to it. because each USB drive has a finite amount of space on it. Each NFT takes up a portion of that space, and you want to select the highest efficiency NFTs to fill up those USB drives. And then if you get multiple USB drives, you don't want to have this like slop opening in the top. So you'll have to optimize to completely fill each USB drive.
So it's kind of like one of those card games whereby, like, if you pick up a higher level card, you're going to have to want to throw one down because you want to keep the higher level cards in that USB drive to maximize or optimize your potential in the game, right? Is that kind of how it's been? Yeah.
And everybody who understands those nuances and understands how to optimize it and becomes dedicated to the game, their ability to stake with the same USB drives is going to be way higher. They are going to actually be rewarded for understanding the nuance of the game. People who don't understand those nuances and just throw stuff in to fill up USB drives, they're going to take a hit to their staking rate because they're not optimizing.
Yeah.
So a couple of things that I really like about this is, like, I think, like, the fact that you guys put so much energy into making it a game that I had a conversation on an earlier stream tonight. We were talking about whales and just some of these people that, like, are in the crypto space, and, like, I'm not knocking them, but they got into a lot of really good projects really early, right? And I mean, they can sit and do and lay back and do whatever they want, right? But we sometimes need to realize that, like, probably NFTs and gaming are in a sense one of the big potential futures for the whole crypto and blockchain space. And if we want like people outside the crypto space to come in, we have to make it so that they're not walking into a system whereby it's like, hey, I'm just like a little minnow in a big game of whales and I'm never going to be able to win because I don't have the resources and the power to do that. And I think you guys did a really good job about thinking through that and like making it active for players, right? Like you might lose a lot of people on the sale who are just like, oh, I don't have time to do it, or lose a lot of people because they bail out. But I think it's important for people to understand you're not doing this for people to make money. You're not doing this, for you guys to make money. You're doing this to create a game that people can play, that people can enjoy, that people can level up on. I mean, how many games do people sit and play that are beyond crypto that they don't get excited about going through the process and leveling up, right? Like how many people would sit, no offense to like Alien Worlds, because it's awesome what they do, but how many people would turn on their, PlayStation every day, click a button every 15 minutes to like claim, some NFTs or land, and then walk away and like get a drink, come back like a half an hour later, turn it on, click a button again, right? So I think what Alien Worlds did was great in the space, but where we need to go from here to get the masses involved, to get the masses excited about it, is actually create that gamification, that gameplay that like involves people, that rewards people for their time and their energy, as opposed to just like collecting. And I'm not knocking collectors at all. I think collectors are great. They got us here. They're in that space. There's going to be a place for collectors as well when it comes to fine arts and things like that. But I really respect the thought that you guys put into this.
Even the lore. So I'm talking to Tuttle in Slack right now, and like that rant was great, Jimmy. Except that one little nitpick I would have is I actually want these guys to make a shitload of money off this.
I do too. I'm not saying
they're working their balls off, right?
I'm not saying
like you guys are earning it by creating this amazing thing that we all get to whale into as much as we possibly can. But like the only thing anyone needs to know, and I mean this, is Tuttle just told me that this is what she's saving her last liquid wax for 100%. That's it. Show over. When Tuttle whales into something, you fucking save your pennies and follow that lady down whatever path she wants to go. I love you guys, so I would have done it anyway. But like, knowing that she's paying like a lot of attention to what you guys are doing,
And the fact that we didn't even know about this until like Recourier contacted. I didn't even know about this until he's like, "Hey, can I come on and talk about White Rabbit?" I'm like a couple days. I'm like, "Yeah, you can come on."
It's Green Rabbit, motherfucker, and of course you can.
Sorry, like 2 or 3 days later, I'm like, "Hey, by the way, what's Green Rabbit?" Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. He sends me the link, and I'm just like,
man,
holy shit.
So good. Yeah, Jimmy, this is the other reason, and we sort of talked about it when we were like, we joke about the day that like we were doing one show a week. I'm like, we should probably do 5. He's like, oh, dude, no, that's crazy. And now like Jimmy does like 4 shows a day sometimes because he's a lunatic. But like I'm so grateful that we decided to do this, Jimmy, because honestly, there's no way. I mean, I wouldn't have met you guys probably, right? I mean, maybe the Uplift stuff or whatever, but like, just getting to know all of these projects and just forcing myself, like, I got to show up at 9 a.m. I have to, right? But then like 10 minutes into every single one of these calls, I'm like, this space is blowing the fuck up. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to kind of notate on what Jimmy said is, I've been in contact, personally been in contact in meetings with EA and with Bungie. So these are AAA developers that are very interested in this space. EA specifically is looking at this space very, very closely. And so what we're trying to do is take this experience eventually to a AAA console experience where you can play to earn on console. If I'm the first step, like if I'm the first guy, if Green Rabbit team is the first team that says, hey, we recognize this opportunity and we're gonna seize it and move it forward, then that's the step that needs to happen. This is a necessary step that for what you're talking about, Jimmy, and moving it forward to a space where you can actually play to earn in a real play to earn environment where there's not a bunch of whales coming in. There's a low barrier of entry. There's a lot of thought going on. It wasn't easy. This wasn't easy. This was hard to do, right? And I'm not saying that as a complaining thing. I'm saying that like in order to pull these people together and put this amount of money up and do all this stuff, I mean, it was timing, it was effort, it was, I mean, everything. These guys were working 48 hours a day just to get this thing. I mean, like 48 hours in a row, meaning like 2 days straight at a time, So, now we're here. And the goal is there. I mean, the goal is where, obviously a AAA status, but right now I think this is the first step. And there's no dig on any other, like Alien Worlds are our friends. Our Planet are our friends. We don't look, we're not looking at them as competition. I honestly don't even think we're the same game. I think that we're something completely different. We have staking aspects of the game, but our game is more of a game. It's more of, we're trying to make something different than what that is.
And it's what I'm telling anybody that would listen 4 months ago. Like, the way Our Planet is doing this is a genre. They're just the only ones doing it right now, right? Yeah. In the play to earn stuff that Alien Worlds kind of pioneered the sort of MVP of. This is a genre. Like, there's no walled garden around this. There's no moat. This is going to be a fantastic thing. And what I have really enjoyed about the Wax ecosystem is that I really don't feel like there's a whole lot of, really intense competitiveness, right? Like, Our Planet are our friends as well. Like, you can go to Swineland right now, right? That's one of the best collabs we've done. We immediately brought as many communities in as we possibly could. And I feel like, we're kind of keying up some actual marketing for Uplift now. But my favorite way to market is just brag about you guys, because it works, right? Like, it's just, it's so much more fun just for me personally, right? Anyway, yeah, I totally, I don't feel like, and again, like, watch what happens, because I know you guys will do this. You'll figure out ways to collab with other projects to just increase everybody's bottom line, right?
So yeah, well, we'll touch on that.
Go on.
But definitely, I want to take 1 second to acknowledge all of the prior games, right? Because Alien Worlds, they took a chance. Our Planet, they took a chance. They, in some ways, we're in a situation of they don't know what they don't know, right? They maybe didn't realize that things would turn out certain ways, and they did their best effort to design a game. We have the advantage of being able to say we're 6-7 months into both engaging in these games and spectating and watching what happens, and that is a huge advantage for us. But
agreed,
we would be completely out of place to not say, like, hey, those guys, they stuck their neck out first. They made some mistakes that they didn't even know were mistakes when they made them. They're now trying to adjust to that. So a huge shout out to them, because anybody who was groundbreaking in the space helped plow that path so that there can be the next iteration of creation. And so huge shout out to everybody that went there.
And I mean, it's like, it's sad sometimes because it's in the space, right? But like, imagine driving around a Porsche and like having a conversation on the side of the road, just being like, hey, that Ford Model T guy, that guy was an idiot. His car was shit, right? Like, it's kind of like, you know, the only reason that you're here this time. And like, I was thinking before when and Venom was talking, like that's an interesting concept, the difference between gamers and blockchain people. And Wax is kind of, I think, bridging the gap, because there's a lot of people in Wax that play in a lot of different spaces, right? But like, again, can you imagine a gamer, you know, going home and like, you know, he's super excited to play like Final Fantasy, and he plugs Final Fantasy in, and the next time some like game that's even like remotely similar comes out, he like goes like downtown and he freaks out because these guys suck. They ripped off his idea. He's never going to play this game. He's going to be Final Fantasy forever for life. He's never going to touch anything else. And right, like it just sounds like a ridiculous notion, but this actually happens in the space, right? Like, and it's kind of nuts. It's like, you know, all of what we are in human society essentially comes from this idea of like, you know, collaboration, right? Like we collaborate, we look, we see in hindsight, in retrospect, what other people have done, and we build off of it. This is how we got out of freaking caves in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Like we looked at what other people did and we built on top of it, right? And so like, I think one of my favorite things actually about being in the Wax space is there's so many people who overlap with so many different projects that like there isn't that negativity yet, right? Like that there might be on other blockchains. And I think we're kind of lucky for that, right? Like, and Corey, you know, summed it up. Like these people who created this thing, created their own genre, and like, you don't see yourself in competition. You don't have to be in competition, right? Like you can be, you know, collaborative and appreciating what they do, right? And like we see that in the metaverse space as well, right? Like the idea that like you're in a town and you can only have one bar or one restaurant or one convenience store. I mean, that idea was really cute, you know, back in the 1960s when everyone was in a small town. But like, we're in the 21st century. That idea has run its course, right? Like we want like massive, you know, megaplexes that we have variety. And that's what I think this space is providing people.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. So to touch on that collaboration partnership, there is going to be a partner program that is still under development, but you know, we'll just say that you'll see the same types of mechanisms, right? The USB drives and the different stuff like that. So the core fundamentals to how the staking will work will stay the same, but there's going to be a lot more of a focus and an emphasis on it being an actual collaboration. So it won't just be like, go get listed on this platform and then you're listed. There's going to be work. There's going to be, you know, requirements from the partners. There's going to be different levels of partnership that will fit. So smaller projects that are definitely worthy projects, but don't have the same kind of volume as some of the bigger projects. There will be a place for them that will be comfortable for them. And then there'll be a partnership place for people who want to have a little bit bigger of a partnership. There'll be a place for them. And again, we're hashing this out. We're talking about it. How do we create like a win-win situation for the partners and for Green Rabbit that allows for it to create, like in the same way, the partners that want to put in the work, that want to genuinely collaborate, that want to actually understand the platform, learn the platform, and work with the platform are going to be the ones that are able to take advantage of it. And the people that are just like, hey, I got a great idea. Can I like throw your art on my border and sell it? Like that, I think a lot of that's going to get filtered out in how we're establishing the partnership program. So I don't know, Venom, if you want to add anything more.
Yeah, no, I think it's something that's prestige. Like we want to be looked at as a partnership with us as prestige. We put a lot of thought, a lot of effort. We put a lot of I mean, even just into being transparent. I mean, and being, you know, just out there for the community, being available for the community. So I would hate to get involved with a partner, you know, that would have some issues or something like that could be, you know, then kind of put off onto us. So there's gonna be a lot of scrutiny on that, and I think rightfully so. You know, we want to make sure that we're not messing with you know, flakes and weirdos. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the
and
community
they're
is,
all out there. You know.
oh, of course, and you don't always know. Like, yeah, I see that the community that we develop is literally the asset that we're developing. The game, the metaverse, the uplift, fine, right? Without the community, it's meaningless. Literally meaningless.
Yep.
Doesn't mean anything.
I agree.
So I love what you guys are doing with there, and whatever we could do to frickin' collab, you just let us know, and we'll make that shit happen.
Oh, Corey, you know, you've always been on the top of our list.
I mean, hey, let's for real though. Like Thune, is going to be awesome. I mean, I think we've been talking about Thune is open now, by the way, for communities to start building. We still have to do the manual ads and shit to get people running. But I know you got some spot in there too. But I think like Green Rabbit is clearly going to be fucking baller. So, if you guys want, let's get it in there. I'd love to see a green carpet anyway, just to like that event. I think would be really fun.
Well, no, we're going to be doing it. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to treat every release like a kind of like a Hollywood release. I mean, we're here in California, not too far from Hollywood. So every time we do a drop, we're going to do one of these parties. So if you don't make it to this one, definitely you and Jimmy come out to the next one for sure.
And Recourier, I just want you to know, don't feel bad because you have to be the designated driver. You can still have fun. It's a green carpet party. Just take a putter and putt your way into the
Oh,
studio.
we've got a whole a whole thing planned. We got a whole entry plan. Don't you worry about that. Metaforce isn't going to show up quietly.
It's not going to show up quietly.
Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting.
I would totally love to though. I'm gonna make people release shit the next time I'm back stateside, just so I can go to some of this stuff.
It's cool though too. It's cool to take the metaverse and take it into real life and talk to these people, because like I said, Brave one thing that I'm excited about, Brave Browser. We did a Brave Browser ad for Green Rabbit. It blew up. We did Brave Browser. The whole team. They're actually I during that process I found out they're in LA. So the guy was like, yeah. He's like, well, you're doing a party? I was like, yeah. He's like, can we come? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And awesome. I'm excited about those connections. To be able to talk to these guys in the space. And I mean, Brave is huge. You guys all know. And to have them on our side, at least working with us in some way, is a big deal. So I'm excited about that.
Huge.
Yep. So look for Brave Browser ads fucking everywhere.
Man, I love it. We should probably do that too at some point.
Right. I was just thinking.
Yeah, if you're cool making some introductions, I'd love to chat with those guys. All right. Absolutely. So on that note, and Venom, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my community, hands down. There's no question about it. I have the best. The Rabbits, the Horde is the best. I'm going to say it, and I'm not no dig on any other community, but my community is the best community in Wax. Period. There's no question, hands down. And listen, I think just so you know, Corey, probably 90% of them are uplifters too. So we're one and the same.
Oh yeah, no, I that's how I read that. Yeah,
after today,
without a doubt,
might be.
We just need a cool. I mean, the uplifters is pretty good, but like the Horde is also better. So
there it is. You heard it here.
Just telling you, like that's Anyway, all right, Recourier.
I am grateful for all the constant new opportunities that come with this space.
I'm saying Wax, even though it's not really that simple. Cool.
Yeah.
I just want to say this is great. Core Crow says for the horse. I think you got spell check.
No, it says for the horse.
No, it says for the horse.
Nothing wrong with that.
I like horses.
whatever you want.
I'm a horse. And I'm grateful for building on the past.
For what?
Building on the past.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think that might be his animal totem is a horse. That's why he's saying for the horse.
My Chinese zodiac is a horse, so I'm all for horses. I mean,
there it is. That's it.
I just like a horde of horses is a little bit scary. I mean,
what?
A horde of horses. Right? That could be. I mean, it's really, yeah. It could be really good or really bad. I'm not sure.
Indeed.
I think that. So how can people? I ask this question all the time, even though I'm pretty sure I know the answer. But just to be sure, just so that people know, tell us about this. Tell us about the sale. Is there a time limit? Where do people go to get it? Like, are you guys doing that crazy thing where, like, if people don't open their packs in a year, like, they're nullified? Like, what do people need to know?
What kind of crazy person would do that? By the way, we have the highest pack percentage opening in all of Wax. We are over 90%.
I don't know. I think we basically said, like, the free land thing we did for Uplift just recently. It's like 7 days. If it's not open, you're fucked. Yeah. And they all got opened.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ken bought a bunch and then didn't open them because he's fucking Ken and he does weird shit all the time. Yeah.
That's a good point. So yeah, there are so many steps to the sale. So this again goes back to really Envenom's creation of how do we eliminate bots as much as possible. Yeah. And so there's going to be 4 steps to the sale. The final step being an open sale. Anybody can get to it. We have the hope or even the thought that it might not ever get to the final sale, in which case it wouldn't be able to get botted. But there's an initial sale for, like, early adopters, which is you already have to have had that. So you can't be an early adopter now. So there's that whitelist. And then that'll have an amount that goes out. And then there's a secondary sale for people who
verified through Discord.
Yeah, who verified through Discord. So that's going to be a little bit of a larger group. And then they'll have their opportunities.
That's probably the easiest way right now if you want to be sure that you're part of the sale and you want to get in on the second window, is to just go to the Discord, join the Discord, and get your Discord verified link to your Wax wallet through our bot. And that's a good bot, not a bad bot, but it will verify you. And once you become verified status in our Discord, you know for sure that you have access to the second window.
Yeah. And then the third one is like the website whitelisting, which is very broad, right? Anybody could have just showed up to the website and whitelisted themselves. So that has a very big field, but you definitely want to go to the website and whitelist yourself through there. After we've passed those 3 pre-sale whitelists, then it will go to the open sale. Now, there's a very good chance at least one of the pack types are going to be sold out by the time you get there. There is a chance that all of the pack types are going to be sold out once you get there, because there's like 20,000-30,000 people on the website.
Yeah, there's 30,000 on the website whitelist.
So
there's how many on the website whitelist?
30,000.
Bloop. Okay. Cool.
So with each one, like each purchase that you can do, there's going to be 1 pack of each type that you can get, and then there's cooldown periods in each one. So if you want to get a pack, it's advisable to get on as many of those whitelists as you can, because there's no guarantee that it makes it.
What's the ultra whitelist you have to be on to be part of the first?
That's the horde. That's the horde. The horde sticker. That's like for the horde. It's a sticker. It's a non-transferable sticker that we sent out to the first 1,000 Discord people that came in and helped us grow the community. So the first 1,000 early adopters have a guaranteed shot in the first hour to get their packs, and they also get they get their promos airdropped. Like we really take care of them. They just get promos airdropped.
This is the way, man. That's the way to do it. But you get the early people in or whatever, and we did that with the Genesis NFTs, and we've been hitting that with all sorts of weird shit since we started. It's the way.
Yep. So yeah, but
so if people aren't in right now, where can they go? If our viewers who are just finding out about this because of the show, where they can go to get the best chance at participating in the sale in 4 days, 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 6 seconds.
They go to greenrabbitgame.io, and then they can sign up right there. There's a little link on the top that says whitelist. Click on that. You can enter your Wax wallet and a valid email address. It's not valid if you just type have a nice day or and Venom sucks or whatever it is in there, it's not going to work. You have to put a valid email address. Then I would say to verify and make sure that, if you're concerned, there's a very large banner on the bottom of the homepage that says the Discord. Click and join the Discord and ask the mods, hey guys, I want to get verified. The mods will take care of you from there. They'll start walking through the process. Once you get verified, you'll get the verified rabbit roll. And when you have that, that you'll have access once you have the verified rabbit roll.
Verified rabbit roll on Discord. Got it.
Yeah, that's the number one, because I would say if you're waiting just for the website whitelist, it's very likely that some packs may have been sold out by there, so you might have to not be able to get the packs that you necessarily want to get.
All
so
right.
getting in that Discord and getting verified is the number one thing, and that all goes through a process. It's we worked with Stuck at 6 p.m. He has a whole whitelisting process that we're basically working with him. So there's no.
I wonder if that's what he messaged me about.
There's no real
most likely.
Like even our team members, we have to go through that process to get the verified role. So there's no like, hey, I'll just sneak you in. Like it's a process. You got to do it. There's no shortcutting it, but it only takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, you got to be good at math. Though.
Yeah, you got to know what 2 + 2 is. If you can't add to 10, you might have some hardships.
Yeah. Most bots can't though, so we're good to go on that.
That's fun.
So, but yeah, the whole thing about this is every attempt possible to reward the people that were there from the beginning, that are committed to the community, that are involved. It's not like there are some genuine people in Wax that are also just super busy. I know I fall under that category. I know Corey and Jimmy, probably all four of us fall under that category. It's impossible to keep up with everything. And some of those people are going to get caught up in this, and that sucks. But, that's what you have to do to weed out bots and people that are just looking to take advantage, and people that just want to buy them out from underneath the people that really want them and then just flip them for like a huge profit. We want the people that want the cards to get them. And I personally learned a big lesson in that with the Metaforce sale. We were super excited for our Planet listing. We thought this is a great thing for our community. They're now going to get this added bonus. And we ended up, accidentally shutting out a whole bunch of people in our community. And that's something that I learned from, and I think all of us in Metaforce learned from, that, we want to prioritize our community first. And, it's a lesson learned. We're definitely doing whitelist for our comic book drop and stuff like that. So, again, the advantage of experience in the space.
And that's the reason why, like, if you ask me, like, hey, Venom, why did you go out and get all these Metaforce guys or all this other guys and start a Green Rabbit? And it's similar to what we talked about our planet and Alien Worlds, where as a positive stepping stone towards making something great. Like, these guys have all done this before. They've done pack drops. They've been in the space. Recourier knows about everything that there is to know about Wax. So I leverage that and my friendships and relationships with them to create something, just that's the next iteration or the next step forward. And we learn from those types of things, and so that knowledge that we gain from having the Metaforce guys on our team it was priceless. I couldn't have paid anybody else to have that, but these guys were there, and it was just like I said, timing for Green Rabbit was perfect on all aspects across the board. We just got lucky, and here we are now. So I'm happy for it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm just happy to see you guys learning, because I think it's really important. Like, there's a lot of projects that just carbon copy, and so if you're learning from the last thing that you did, from the things that you thought were awesome, which probably 99% were awesome, but you're taking that 1% part that like can be improved, and you're improving upon it, then I think that's what really matters in this space.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
As for the sale itself, we are working with Atomic Hub on this particular sale. And so if all else fails, for 3 days preceding the sale, we are going to have a banner on Atomic Hub. So if you're lost on the day of the sale, go to Atomic Hub, click the banner, you're good to go.
Yeah, you can RSVP though, and it like added right in my calendar. Like that, I really love that. Like we're stealing that shit. Like that makes sense.
Yeah. So so that'll be there. We're also going to update the website with links as soon as they're available. You know, all of the art is with Jonah now. We're building everything out, doing our testing, all of that, and then you know, the drops will go live the morning, more likely than not, the morning of. And I know people had this kind of freak out with metaphors, like the drops will be live by the drop time, guaranteed, but they're not going to be there like 5 days before the drop, right? We're working through testing everything, making sure all the templates are correct, all of that. So look for the drop link the day of, but if all else fails, go to Atomic Hub, click on the banner, you're good to go.
Cool. I think I'm almost done doing the thing.
What's the thing? The registration
verified?
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking around, man.
No, neither am I. I'm having troubles because apparently I need to be verified before I can message anyone. So
no, you go to the bunny lounge and ask for a mod there. You should be fine.
They're super helpful, man. Like,
There's a place. There's a under welcome. There's GR CAPTCHA, Green Rabbit CAPTCHA.
Yeah.
Basically, you go in there, you ask the bot for help, and then it'll DM you and it'll walk you through it.
By the way, I went and bought a bunch of the NFTs, so I'm gonna give one away right now because fuck it. How about 5? I don't need 5. I just need 1. So I'll give a few away because.
Are you talking about the promos?
The honeycomb.
Oh,
things.
okay.
Yeah, you need one of these to get the Discord thing to work.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give one away, because our community is awesome and loves you guys, and everyone should wear the fuck into this. My whole opinion.
Let me fire up.
Blink.
Let me fire up.
Here comes.
Here.
Bam. So, we've been seriously considering moving everything to Discord. It's just got so much more shit.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do. And not that Telegram is bad.
No, Telegram's been awesome, but
it's just not. It doesn't have the options.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like the second we're approaching 5,000 right now. Sorry, Recourier. And like the signal to noise ratio is starting to drop precipitously, and I feel like that's only going to continue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I feel it's the background environment is driving all the noise away. I feel like we need because I haven't been in Discord for a really long time because I gave up because I got annoyed like way back in the day, but like I recreated my account today, and I feel like we need like an uplift, crypto retreat to like have a get up close and personal with Discord. I think that's what we need to do.
You know what you guys do is reach out to me and reach out to Stuck at 6 p.m. and like Stuck is the guy. Like if you need the Discord guy, the god, it's Stuck at 6 p.m. So I'm sure he'd be willing to help you guys get set up and help you. It's easy with him. You just talk to him. He does his thing and he put everything together for you, and you're good to go.
I would bet $1 that's exactly what he DM'd me about. He's like, I was talking to these other guys and they said maybe you would dig it. I'm like, yep, I know. So I have a meeting with him already on Monday.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's all you need, man. Stuck will take care of you. He's awesome.
Hey,
Cool.
all you listeners out there, drop some wax addresses in the comments here, and I'm going to randomly pick a few, and you'll get some Green Rabbit stuff.
Ooh, I love it. Tortuga tokens. Give them Tortuga tokens. Those are the good ones.
It's like dropping my own.
You're the first one there.
I want whoever you pick.
I'm not fucking around.
Give them Tortuga tokens. Those are worth
funny.
like
That's actually what
$30
I
each.
picked. That was my plan too. I have it sitting up here on my screen.
I I bought a few already this morning. Those promo ones. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
You know what's crazy about that? Yeah, the Tortuga tokens. Some guy he got a tattoo of Green Rabbit on his arm right here. So I gave him 10 Tortuga tokens for that. It's pretty cool. He had to verify that it was real and it's real. So yeah, the secondary market on those things is fucking insane, man. They're amazing, and I think that's due to the way that we did it, like with the airdropping only to the horde, and it's just we didn't have a bunch of flippers in there. We had a bunch of people who actually cared about the project and the secondary market. I think we've been at least top 30 for the past 2 weeks on Atomic Hub with just free promos.
Yeah, and those promos will stake
without a USB drive. So you
Yes.
can stake them all, as many as you want.
So that is our free to play model, is the promos. So all of the promos have gone out for free. There's been no promo sale. And if you are lucky enough to have gotten a promo, that'll stake without having to buy any packs. Now, we do have a free to play model, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a grind. Eventually, with the staking, you'll be able to earn enough to sell for wax, to buy something on the secondary market. And if you're a grinder and you like that, there is a path to free to play. But it's going to be worlds freaking easier to just get even the starter pack. And that's what the starter pack's there for. That's the essential cheap to play model. You can get started. It has one of each of the things that you absolutely need. So you will get a USB drive in the starter pack. You will get a lore tablet. You will get one of everything you need to get started. So at a minimum, I suggest people drop, the $10 in wax, and then use those promos really to boost your earnings.
Freaking support this ridiculously fantastic team that's building this thing, right? Like, I get that not everyone has any money at all, but almost everyone has $10. You should probably spend it on these guys if that's all you have. I'm not saying spend your last $10. Wait, yes, I am.
I'm trying to catch as many addresses as I can, but if your address got skipped, sorry, it's just there's a bunch that came up. So,
oh, was I supposed to leave my address in the Discord? I didn't do that. I just said I'm Jimmy.
Yeah, I think you have to type verify and then your wax wallet or something in the capture channel. And when you do, I think the capture channel disappears for you. I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I still haven't. I'm trying to do the actual CAPTCHA thing, and it's not working. Every time I do the CAPTCHA, it yells at me.
What's your guys' well, never mind. Mods, please, if you're watching this, please take care of these guys. Make sure.
They are in the channel. Like they're working on it.
I think I got it. I got to register with the honeycomb though. I got to do that.
Yeah, you do. You got to get on that stuff, man.
Where's the honeycomb? I'm looking for it. This is a really good learning process. I feel like I should be paying for this tutorial. I'm in the green. I'm in the Green Rabbit. I'm in the promos. I'm going to search for honeycombs.
I think that you DM the Shell Corp bot and then you type something like that. It would type .help.
Yeah, and that brings it all up.
Yep, and then brings everything up for you.
I guess the CAPTCHA thing, doing .CAPTCHA in the CAPTCHA channel is just making it go burp. It's not doing anything. Yeah,
there's a whole thing and it's crazy if you think about it, because if you look up there, let me look right now. It's like we have over 2,000 people that have done this process. So my mods have walked 2,012 people through this process, which is a pretty that's a big feat, in its own. So I'm just excited, guys. So I'm happy that you guys have us here, and we're really the bottom line. I think that we really we really care about this community. We really care about this space. We're from here. If you want to say it like that, we're from the wax community. We lived here. We played alongside of all of our community members and experienced the same problems. I mean, my big thing about bots. I mean, I go to sleep at night with a pillow on my head that says "because fuck bots." That's how bad it is. You know.
I need that pillow.
How many times though have you been into a drop and you're just like, I can't wait to get this drop. You're all excited, you get all pumped up, and you watch all the YouTube videos, and you're there, and then all of a sudden you go to before you can even press the button, all of it's gone. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like, nope, that's not real. That can't be real. I mean, I get it. People are excited, whatever, but to have like in a not even a split second, every 5,000 packs are gone, just gone. You know, it's like, no, there's something else at work here.
That's why we created the UpList, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to, and it's, you know, you have to actually be added by somebody who's basically saying like, this is a value add person for our community, right? Like impress somebody somehow. I don't care how, just figure it out, right? And it's all just to make sure that real people are actually making it, work. Oh, it has an hour. Damn it. By the way, Bro Turtle is helping me out hardcore.
Yeah,
so
he's the bro.
thank you, sir. All right. Yeah, I fucked up, and there's an hour down cooldown for idiots like me. Damn it. Fuck.
I screwed up too before when I first did it. So yeah, I got the hour cooldown too. But listen, once you get it, you'll be right there. You should be.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not worried about it. These guys are taking care of me. It's all good. It's all good. Yep. Cool. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like figuring out ways to having a gamified path to get on the UpList as an example is something that I think we would totally do.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we could create Nanotopia somewhere in Uplift world. You know what I mean? Like the actual Nanotopia, like, and have it like where people maybe can go there and say, hey, go to these coordinates in Uplift and do this or do that.
Yep.
I think that would be fun.
Well, but punch sign get thing is working out. Like that's soon, right? So we can put a sign on your land that says punch this sign to get on the whitelist. And they have to like find it. They have to know where.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And it'll actually put out a signal to the blockchain that you can watch. Like any app can watch that, and it'll automatically just set it up.
Dude,
I like that.
I can't wait for the punch signs. Like I've been straight out going all bonkers on tunnels, and I'm connecting everything, and I'm connecting the stadium and everything. Awesome. And then I'm just gonna go stick punch signs in random places in the tunnel and not tell anybody where they are, just in dark corners and whatever. And then those punch signs are going to get you like stuff like metaphor stuff and different things. And we're going to figure out what those are. We have some plans for the future too, but it's going to be for real.
Speaking of that, in the Genesis, my rail plot in the Genesis, we have a big green rabbit. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's green rabbit. Really huge.
I had no clue what the hell it was. It's amazing.
And if you go inside of there, there's actually like a hidden maze underneath, and you have to go in and you have to do all this crazy stuff. So really, when we first opened up the Discord, I had a bunch of my Discord community members. They all joined. We did a streamed event where they had to go find what was at the bottom of the thing. And the first person that would send me a picture or a screenshot of what was at the bottom, like through the maze they had to get through, got 500 wax. And they went crazy. They were driving in and going and trying to find everything. It's still there, though. If you go to the rail plot, I think it's at 2,500
Wilbur, yeah. I've never wanted to punch anything more in my life. That's awesome. All right. Okay. I probably should have been looking at my calendar. Do I have anything at 10? I don't. Fucking A. Oh, I have something in 20 minutes, but I don't have anything right now. Yay.
Yeah. So, I think we covered a lot of it, or at least a lot of what's public so far. But one thing I know we didn't cover. So there's another. Okay, funny story first, then Green Rabbit stuff. Jimmy didn't want to watch the funny story apparently. So Mars,
he's like, wait, my mom's calling.
Yeah, Mars, you would freaking love this story. So Mars, he's a whole character and everything.
Yeah.
He wrote the lore, and then what he does is when we go on, there's another stream that we do on Wednesdays. When a new chapter of the lore comes out, he just drags in from the side like a fireplace, and he puts on like his reading robe, and he sits back with a book, and he actually reads the lore. That's how the lore gets debuted to people.
Story time with Uncle Mars.
Story time with Uncle Mars.
That's
and
so
he
good.
reads the lore, and then once that's done, then we post it so anybody can read it, and then it gets translated to multiple different languages.
This is out there already?
Huh?
Yeah.
This is happening already. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, we have just on that note, the story time with Uncle Mars, and that's how it comes in. But we have right now, I think, like 15. It's been translated. The lore's been translated into 15 different languages.
What?
We have an audio translated for blind. We have the site's going to be colorblind accessible. We're trying to be accessible to everybody. We're from the jump. We want to be a worldwide community, so we're making it like that. I mean,
Yeah.
Portuguese, Brazilian. I mean, Portuguese.
You guys are next level. I mean, you always were, but like, it's you're elevating the bar for everyone in such a fun way, and I cannot fucking wait to have as many projects like us in a room at the same time. And yes, when you guys do a drop, like I'm committing right now, like I have to come out to California for one of these freaking drops.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can bring oxymorons with me or something.
That's good. Yeah, we'll be there for you.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. So back to the gameplay. So one of the things that you're crafting, so it's a two-step crafting process. And so the first thing that you craft is a green print, which is, like a blueprint, but everything's green in Green Rabbit World. And so that's basically the plans for how you build the armor. And the story with the armor is it was initially in Nanotopia used as like racing armor, right? And people raced and it was for fun and competition. And then as the story goes on, as the story goes on, and then the bad guy shows up and things go sideways, then they have to figure out how to make the armor for fighting. And so you build the green print first, and then that green print will be an NFT. So you can keep it and use that to then craft armor, or you can sell it and then build another green print for yourself or whatever. So this is another thing. Each step of the game that people work through, there's another layer of economy. So it's not just here's the economy. You get your selenium and you're done. That's the layer one of the economy. Then you can print the green print, and that's the layer two of the economy. And as you progress through the game, there's additional layers of economy that allow you additional means of either promoting yourself further through the game or selling those NFTs. Again, everything about this is the more time you put in, the more you get out. It's not like people. That
has to be the way. That's like when we did the passive upliftium mining for all the land pieces, right? And everyone was like, "Oh my god, this doesn't make as much as a common." I'm like, A, wasn't gonna make anything, and right. B, it's because we're saving that inflation for when active rewards get turned on. Like people in world doing shit is to us the most important thing.
Right.
The mining stuff we did extra. It's so that people can kind of have like an onboarding thing. Even if you're not in the game, you can be part of the ecosystem. Fine, right? All that stuff is really fun. But the whole point is get in world, have an event, have a bunch of people come to your land, and see your upliftium get jacked, right? While everyone else is earning as well. That's kind of the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, we are also creating a marketplace that's going to be built into Green Rabbit. One thing that I did, like with Stuck at 6 p.m. and Pigwig and all these guys who are creating the third-party tools for all these amazing sites like the Our Planet Generator and all this stuff, I just hired those guys. I just said, hey, listen, all these guys that are creating this stuff. So we're creating all.
Who'd you get? Did you like bring Nick on and stuff?
Well, no. Right now I have Pigwig and I have Stuck at 6 p.m. Okay. So what the idea is that our third-party tools are going to be our tools. I don't want you to leave our site. I want you to stay in our site, live in our site, play in our site, and also buy, sell, and trade in your site, in our site as well. So there's going to be a marketplace for our NFTs in the site as well, and they'll be incentivized by lower percentages than other marketplaces. So.
Yeah. But it's still going to be open. If you prefer to buy, sell, trade, whatever on your own site, you're not locked into the game. It's a convenience thing. You don't have to leave the game to do this. But also there's no locking it down. It's a completely open economy. Anything that happens will be on chain, will be available to you. You own your stuff. You can do whatever you want with it.
Awesome.
So we're trying to address both concerns. I don't like those where it's like you have to, where they hold the economy in game. It's great to provide an economy in game, but don't set up a fence.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I like that too. We were talking to this guy yesterday who is going to help us with some AWS scaling, I think. Just because we hit lag way sooner than we thought we were going to with the decentralized Bungie servers. So we're trying to get that stuff sorted. We're going to move to AWS and add a bunch of capacity, blah, 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 blah. But talking to him, the main reason why he wants to help us is because he basically built like an iron farm and just wants to build some stuff. So we started talking about, okay, we've been talking about doing resources in game as a trading thing, but a simpler solution that will come a lot sooner and I think it might just be the way we do it is you have a way to mint, spend some upliftium, and of course we just burn it. And that you can create an NFT that is 10,000 iron or 100 trees or whatever the fuck you want, right? It takes it out of your inventory, puts it on Atomic Hub. You can buy, sell, trade, whatever the hell you want to do with it. And then, of course, you can bring that NFT back into our system and melt that NFT into the resources, whatever, right? So we basically said, we want to get it so that people are able to buy, sell, and trade using all the tools we have available. Of course, Atomic Hub and all these other things are so powerful that, like, why wouldn't we leverage that? And then he's like, man, I would build so many tools for this. He's like building a website in his head that is all about marketing the resources that he himself will be able to produce and then buy, sell, and trade on Atomic or NFT Hive or whatever, right? So yeah, I love it. Anyway, yeah. I'm just logging into our giveaway channel. I'm gonna give away some promo bundles in your guys' channel because apparently I got to keep chatting in there, so I might as well just keep giving shit away.
Hold on, let me. I'm just gonna make you a VIP.
All right. They were talking about that, and I told them I wanted to work for it, but I'm not going to turn it down.
I'm going to go in there after the show because apparently having
my
shitty computer caused the spinny rainbow wheel of death.
Sorry, right. Man. Fuck. All right.
So, yeah, I'm super excited. So all of the stuff we've talked about, right?
Yep.
We haven't even gotten to the time travel yet. Everything we've talked about is before the time travel. Like all of that's like the alpha phase, right? That's what we've talked about is a part of the game.
Yeah.
It's and we can't give away too much. It all depends, as the lore comes out and as additional stories and stuff come out, then that will unlock more information about the game.
Yeah, that's good. And you're dominating sort of media cycles at the same time. And that gives you an excuse to come back. Absolutely. I mean, we're gonna have to have you come back.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. This is gonna be real fun.
Yeah. For sure.
I just dropped another one if you're in the Discord channel.
We could do maybe we could do like a Green Rabbit every couple of weeks. We'll come back and see and give you the Green Rabbit update. And
this seems like I seriously, the second you guys popped up, because like Recourier and I were doing that clusterfuck thing for a while, and I just got so freaking busy on Fridays that my brain is kind of melting by the end of the week now. Yeah. But seeing you guys first thing this morning, I'm like, now that was even before I knew what was going on. So yeah, I think a couple weeks would be a really good cadence to get updates on all your shit.
Well, we have there's a roadmap out on the website, and it gives us targets. It's a live roadmap, but essentially it says every 2 weeks there's going to be a community update, and here is our target development for every 2 week window and what we plan to release. So the pack sale will be next week. Then there'll be 2 weeks for the secondary market to do whatever it's going to do because, people are going to want to trade and do whatever stuff. 2 weeks after pack sale, staking goes live. 2 weeks after staking goes live, another aspect of the game comes out. 2 weeks after that, another aspect of the game comes out. So the game is actually going to grow, and you can see the pace at which we're going to grow the game. And then anything that disrupts that roadmap, on that 2-week cadence will say, this is the problems we hit. This is the new date for this. Just put it all out there.
Yeah, we have it's gonna be the bi-weekly update. So it's gonna come from every department. There's gonna be basically an update, in writing from every department, including high-level patch notes and updates and changes and the roadmap moving forward. And that every 2 weeks when we do the update, when we drop it, that's going to go out to our community members so they can watch, in line of everything that's been happening with the game since day one, and they've been updated on it. So we want to just have that transparency and that ability for the community to feel involved. So they can say, hey, we like this update, or we didn't like that update, or they just know where we're at, and it's not like there's a hey, when's this going to happen? I don't know. Whenever I feel like that's not going to be with Green Rabbit.
Hey, there's a couple questions I wanted to get to. As far as the intentions to incorporate dispensary into the game, that is still the plan. It probably won't run on Upliftium necessarily. We're still looking into that. I think that where that stuff will work is basically you'll be able to set up any kind of trade that you want, right? So like wood for pumpkins or whatever you want to do. We just, in talking to a lot of the people that have been doing this trading back and forth manually, which is how it's been working, the NFTs is how we all work. So it just makes sense. One thing we're looking at doing is starting a new collection for it. 'Cause the collection on our land and other NFTs is 9%, of course, with the Atomic Hub stuff, which again, you don't have to trade on Atomic Hub. So you could move it anywhere you wanted to move it. It ends up being 14%. So we're sensitive to that. I was just going to have it set so that secondary market on that stuff, we split between keeping the lights on here and going to some community thing. But we might just start a new collection and drop the percentage down to something a little bit more manageable, so that there's less friction for people to do that. As far as the Nether portals, what was going on is people were basically making Nether portals in the Nether and breaking people's builds above ground. We categorically cannot have that. So you can't make Nether portals anymore. Does that suck for some people? Sure it does, right? We want to also set it up so that on the 4 corners and 4 sides, we're going to put Nether portals. So you'll be able to still get in there. You'll be able to do everything you want to do, and it's going to be in there. Now, if you've built huge builds around Nether portals, we're going to have it set up so that you can basically apply to keep yours if you want to. Maybe a couple, 3, 4 a map we'll be able to accept, but not all of them, because we're basically rebalancing the whole game. And again, I get that that's not going to make everybody happy, but we're committed to rebalancing all of these things whenever we need to make sure that the whole thing works for the most people for the long term. Right. And I get that that's not always going to impact people the same in the short term. But it's something that we have to do to just, have it so that Nether portals quit screwing with people's builds. Any other questions? Actually, we should roll. It's 10:30. I got to run. But next week, again, if you have any other questions about any of this stuff, you can always hit up the Discord or the Telegram. We're usually a little bit more responsive there until we actually I'm legitimately thinking about moving to Discord fully, just because there's just so much more cool shit.
We should figure this out better. I think that it just takes a day to get in there, and I'm the same way. It's Telegram is easier, but it's not necessarily as efficient, right?
Right? Who cuts your hair? True story. My mother-in-law cuts my hair. So there you go.
There you go.
All right, man. I got to roll, guys. I got this other meeting. Thank you guys so much for coming this morning and for doing all the crazy shit you're doing. Holy shit.
This is our last interview before the drop. So you guys, this last time you're going to see us until you see us at the party. Good. So
live stream Monday night. Tune in.
Yeah, Monday night.
All right.
It is.
Cool beans, guys. Cheers.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Chopping chop. The double chop.